What is going on, coolers? It is good to see you guys again. Today we're going to talk about so many things. I know right now things are not looking good. We are losing games, we're not performing well, and maybe most right now are seeing Xavi out. Like they want to sack Xavi right now and bring in Guardiola. But today we're going to dive into what's going on, the situation, what are the problems, the real problems, whether we need to sack Xavi right now and send him back to Qatar or give him a little more time. So yeah, watching the game yesterday, the first half, like the past 3 games, honestly, has been painful. The way we perform, the players' attitude, us not creating enough chances, us trying to win in the last minutes of the game, Xavi finding excuses, and so on and so forth. This is not what we want as Barca fans. It's taking a mental toll on us that we are watching other teams play Barcelona's football better than them right now. Girona is dominating La Liga right now. They are the leaders. Brighton, another small team, they are playing better football than us right now. Right now, we're just watching a version of Barca that is lacking identity. It's one thing that we have injuries, but the injuries cannot keep being an excuse. Yes, we won La Liga last year and another cup, but we also got out the Champions League out of the group stage. Although it was what they call a group of death, we were still not happy with it. It was Xavi's first year in charge, so we were like, okay, we're gonna give him more time. But this year, after a transfer market where we went and got some great players, Gundogan, Joao Felix, Joao Cancelo, Inigo Martinez, and so on and so forth, we're still not doing any better. And for some, we're probably doing even worse now than we were doing last season, because last season we were scoring more, the injuries came later. But this season, in the first month, the second month, we already lost 3 of our main important players, De Jong, Pedri, Lewandowski. But is it all Xavi's fault? To me, it's not all him. Yes, he has a big responsibility to what's going on right now, but it's deeper than that. We have a lot of young players that do not have experience. We have a lot of delusional players that think they are good enough to play at Barca. They want minutes, but when they get minutes, they don't show it that much, like Rafinha, Ferran Torres especially. On the other hand, we have injuries. When you have injuries, all these inconsistent players together, young players, experienced players together, and you or Xavi trying to work around that, to create that harmony in the squad, it's not easy. And yeah, he's struggling to do that right now. At Barca, those big clubs, usually you don't get that long to turn things around. And I'm gonna name a few other coaches that you guys are seeing we need to go get, and many of you are delusional. Yes, because listen, first we have Guardiola, which is impossible. Guardiola has said this many times in his interviews. If you can go and look it up, he will never again be a coach of FC Barcelona. There's so many things that happened when he was here. Even though he was winning, there was so many things, and he feels so comfortable being a coach of Manchester City where the pressure is lower. At Barca, he talked about how big the pressure is. Like, they don't let you work in peace. And it's understandable how Xavi is finding it really hard. Like, the pressure is really, really high. De Zerbi, yes, he has done great things with Brighton, but also if you look at his past month, it's been terrible. He hasn't been able to win in Europe. His team is not the same, and also he's not a coach with a big resume. So if you bring him in, if he wants to come to Barca, because over there at Brighton he is so comfortable, they have a project, and I think they believe in him in that project. You know, Brighton are doing really well with young players. They are selling young players at a high price. They are doing so well, and I think De Zerbi will not leave Brighton anytime soon. And next, Arteta. Mission impossible. Julian Nagelsmann. He was one of the reasons why Lewandowski left Bayern. How is it gonna work? He's one coach that is not that great at managing a dressing room. Would you bring him to this Barca right now? To me, no. NC Flick, he won the Champions League, but after that, what has he done? What has he done? So you're gonna bring a coach in Barca just because he has won a Champions League with a very good Bayern? Nah, I don't think so. Because he just got sacked in Germany. He could not turn things around. Playing against Japan, like he was really, really bad at managing Germany these days, and that's why they sacked him. The results have been really bad. So is he gonna be the man for our situation at Barca just because he has won a Champions League? Rafa Marquez, he is the Barca B coach right now. He's doing really good. But when you look at his stats, he hasn't been that great. Like he's been winning 50% of the games. Like his stats are not that great. He's still young and he's even less experienced than Xavi. Yes, he's playing better football, but he's not playing in La Liga. He's not playing in the Champions League. So the risks are even higher with him. With that being said, Xavi is the perfect man right now. Yes, things are not going well, but we have to keep trusting him. Just like PK said, we have to give him more time. Guardiola said it last year. Xavi is gonna need time. There is so many things. Xavi is not getting what he really wants. He's not getting the players he really wants. Why? Because of our economic issues. Also, a lot of players are not giving their all. A lot of players, it just seems like they just want to get minutes, but when they get minutes, they don't do anything with it. Injuries, yes, Xavi has to do better. The physios have to do better. Yes, they have to. But some of the injuries we had recently just came from playing against players that really played dirty. Like Lewandowski's, Frankie de Jong. These guys, they just got tackled, and even Koundé with his injury, Xavi fell on him. So it's not like it's a fitness issue with those 3 injuries there. When it comes to Xavi though, yes, he has to improve a lot. I'm going to be honest. He has to manage the dressing room better. He has to manage the squad better in terms of style of play. You know, like you watch Barca, like the movements on the field are not that great. And when he comes in interviews, he's always finding excuses. Like yesterday against Shakhtar, he said the pitch is bad. I mean, Xavi, you've played a long career. I'm sure you played on pitches like that. So you know how to get around things. And that wasn't a good Shakhtar also. So no excuses there. And he also makes a lot of bad decisions. Xavi has to improve a lot. And he has to find a way to do it as quick as possible because we don't have that much time. Yeah, he has to hurry up and do it. We have 3 games coming. Alaves. After Alaves, we have the international break. We have Atletico, Porto. Like these 3 games are gonna be very important. He's gonna have to find a way to win all these 3 games with some good football. Like it doesn't have to be the best, but some good football. Not like winning 1-0 at the end of the games. He has to. If he does with these 3 next games, it's going to be a huge boost for the players. But also find a way to stop the complacency in the squad, because you can see that after the 2 games where we won 5-0, it went down like this. In Europe, sometimes you watch Barca, they are playing really well, they score a few goals, but then all of a sudden they go down like this. The complacency, no, it's the biggest enemy we have right now, complacency. And also intensity. I don't know what they're doing in training. The intensity has to be higher. We have to work on the intensity. And Xavi even said in his interview, we're not intense enough. But did he plan for the team to be intent against Real Sociedad. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of confusions, but to me, the best solution is not to sack Xavi, and they are not going to. Laporta trust Xavi with this project, and I don't blame him. The way Xavi came in, he came in with some balls. Like, he came in and he was like, okay, things are going really bad, but I'm going to try to turn things around. And he's done a lot of great things. Maybe he's reached the limit where he can't anymore, or it's just a bad month, or it's like things are going really bad right now. And maybe he's gonna end up turning things around for good this time. So yeah, I think we should give it till the end of the season to make that conclusion, whether he should get sacked or not, or whether we get out the Champions League group stage, which I think it's not gonna happen. I think we're gonna win the next few games. I think we're going to, because we just have great players and we are Barca. He just held a meeting with all the players today, and yeah, I think it's not going to happen. We're not going to Europa League. We're going to do well in La Liga. And yeah, I am still believing in Xavi, even though my doubts increase day by day. Thank you for watching. I want to hear your input. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think about what's happening. And do you think Xavi should be sacked right now? I'll see y'all later. Visca Barça.